Here's another aggressive strategy, maybe too aggressive for me.
Welcome to my new viewers, to my subscribers, welcome back. My name is Mike. This is my channel where I look at, review, and try different crap strategies. Thanks for joining.
Hey everyone, it's Mike. Welcome back to my channel. So I've been trying to be a little bit more aggressive player when playing craps. I will admit I am more of a conservative type player, but I started looking for more aggressive type of strategies, and I found another one that I would like to review and try out. It comes from Casino Quest. It is an aggressive crap strategy that David and Dennis played. I think he calls it the PAC Attach. Here's a little snapshot of them playing it, but I'm going to go ahead and move this over and bring up Crapsy. And I'm going to explain how this works, and we're going to walk through it as we play. But basically, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a point. We want to wait for a point to be established, and then we're going to basically put a $64 across bet, which is $10 across. So let's just go ahead and get that set up. We don't have a point now. Let's go ahead and try to get a point established and then set up our table. So there's a 6, so the puck's going to move to the 6. So at this point, I would do $10 across. I would highlight the $5 chip and press the across button twice. I now have 64 across. Now, the way this strategy is intended to work is when you hit a number, a box number, you want to power press that number. Okay? And I'm going to use this table over here on my right. So if my initial setup is 10 across for 64, any hit of a box number, I'm going to power press to the value that's below the box number here. So if I hit a 4, a 5, a 9, or a 10, I would power press to 25. And when I say power press, just to make sure we're all on the same page, the $10 bet on the 4, 5, 9, and 10 will pay 14. Power press means I'm going to throw a little bit more money on the table from my rack. I'm going to throw an extra $1 down on the table to make it a $15 win. And whichever number hits, I will then press that 10 with my extra 15 up to 25. If a 6 or 8 wins, it wins $14. I will throw an extra $4 on it to make it an $18 win, add to the 12 and press that up to 30. So that's the concept of power pressing. So let's go ahead and see if we can't simulate that. Let's go ahead and get a roll. Let's try to hit a box number here. So there's a 9. So the 9 pays 14. It pays $14.50 because I'm playing the buy bets, but at the table it would pay $14. I would throw another $1 down on the table, and I would tell the dealer, take my $14 winnings plus my $1, which is 15, and press my 9 to 25. Okay? Very easy. Throw a $1 on the table and say press to 25. And the dealer would take your money and replace your $5 chips with one $25 chip. So now we have a $25 chip. Now, that's the first hit. What you want is you want to have a second hit on the 9, and when that hits for the second time, you're going to collect. Okay? If another number hits, you power press it. So let's say a 5 hits, we would power press it to 25. If an 8 hits, we'd power press it to 30. Eventually, one of these numbers will hit for the second time. When it does hit for the second time, we collect. Okay? And then the goal is, this is what makes it aggressive, the goal is you now want a third hit. So David compared this to his other strategy called Triple Lux, where you're looking for 3 hits. You want that same number to hit 3 times. And when that third hit occurs, then what you're going to do is you're going to press every number by 2 units. So you're going to put $64 on the table. You're going to tell the dealer, I want to press every number by 2 units, okay, which would be a $64 bet, but it's a 2 unit per each box number. Okay, so the 4 would go 2 units up to 20. The 9 would go 2 units up to 35. So this is where it gets a little tricky. You've got to track this so that you know where you're at. So which numbers have hit one time, which numbers have hit 2 times. When a number hits 3 times, you then need to do your across the box number press of 2 units each. And the way I'm going to keep track of it is I'm going to use this table down here in the bottom right hand corner. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our bets down. The 9 has hit 1 time, so we would put a 1 over here. It's hit 1 time. Okay, and that number has been pressed up to 25. So let's go ahead and get set back up the way we should be. We want 64 across. We want the 9 to be pressed to 25. So now we're where we should be. Okay, so our first hit was the 9. So now we're looking for either another 9 where we would collect, or another box number where we would power press it. So let's go ahead and roll. And again, I'm walking through this as we go, so it's a little slower. Once we get the hang of it, we'll go a little faster. Okay, so there's a 5. The 5 also pays 14. We'll drop $1, make it 15. Add the 15 to the 5, bump it up to 25. Okay, let's roll again. It's a 3. We don't have a 3. Let's roll. There's a 6. So far we've hit individual box numbers, and that's the point. So I want to power press my 6 up to 30, but I don't want my bet to be on. I want to wait for my point to be established. I want the puck in play. So let's roll for a point, and once we get a point established, we will press the 6 up to 30. Okay, there's a 5. The puck will move to the 5. We're going to now press our 6. We got to lock it in. Sorry about that. Let's do this again. Okay, we're going to press it up to 30. Okay, are you with me so far? We've had 3 hits, all on individual numbers, so we've power pressed those 3 numbers. If one of these numbers hits again, we collect. There's the 8. So far, we've hit every box number individually. We're going to press the 8 up to 30. Okay, so I should be keeping track of this. I've hit the 5 1 time. I've hit the 6 1 time. I've hit the 8 1 time, and I've hit the 9 1 time. I've had 4 hits. It's easy to see that now, but once you get into your third shooter and you've got different denominations on the board, it's going to be hard to track. So I'm playing shooter number 1. So far, we've had the 5, the 6, the 8, and 9 hit 1 time. Let's go ahead and roll. We're trying to avoid that number right there because that starts us all over. So now we go down to shooter 2. Okay, so let's get a point. It's a 6. The puck moves to the 6. Let's go ahead and set up 64 across, just like that. And we're looking for our first hit for shooter number 2. It's an 11. That's not a hit for us. There's a 10. So let's come over here and put a 1 there so we can keep track of that. The 10, I'm sorry, it's a 9. My bad. That's a 9. So let's press the 9 to 25. Okay, we won 14. We dropped $1 to make it 15. 15 plus the 5 is 25. I'm sorry if this sounds redundant. I just want everyone to understand how this goes. There's a 4. The 4 is going to go to 25. And let's put a 4 over here. We're on shooter 2. Okay, let's go ahead and roll. And there's a 7 out. So as you can see, as aggressive as this is, you need to roll multiple times. You need more than 7 rolls. So now we're on shooter 3. Let's go ahead and get a point. Okay, there's a 4. The puck moves to the 4. Whoops, darn it. I forgot to get set up. Across. There we go. Okay, there's a 4. There's the point. So we're going to roll, same shooter. We're going to roll for a point, and then we're going to power press the 4 up to 25. Okay, there's a 10. So the puck moves to the 10. We power press our 4 up to 25, and we roll. Okay, there's a 4. There's our second hit. So this is shooter 3. We rolled a 4. We rolled a 10. Then we rolled a 4 again. I messed up my table. Let me fix that real quick. We rolled a 4 again, so we've rolled the 4 2 times. So we're going to collect that bet. We're going to collect that 48. We're not going to press anything, but we need to know that this has been hit twice now, because if this hits again, we then go to our next phase where we press 2 units across. Okay? So that's why I'm trying to keep track of it. Let's go ahead and roll. Okay, there's a 6. We haven't hit the 6 yet, so we're going to power press the 6 up to 30. We're going to mark the 6 here on our tracker there. Okay? And we're going to roll. There's a 12. That doesn't help us. There's a 10. That's the point. The puck is off. We've hit the 10 for the second time. So we're going to collect that. We're not going to press anything. So let's go ahead and roll for a point, but we're not going to press. There's a 6, so the puck moves to the 6. Okay? If we've hit the 10 twice, we should have more than $10 on it. I think we've only hit the 10 once. I think because it was the puck, it was the number, we should press it. So let's go ahead and press it to 25. Okay. All right, so we've hit the 4 twice, we've hit the 6 once and pressed it. We've hit the 10 once, we've pressed it. Let's go ahead and roll. There's an 11. We need to get to that next level. We need to hit the 4. We need one of these numbers to be hit 3 times. We have not done it yet. There's a 12. There's a 3. There's an 8. We haven't hit the 8 yet, so let's press the 8 up to 30. Let's mark it down here on our tracker. And let's roll. There's the 5. We have not hit the 5 yet. Let's press it to 25. This is why it's aggressive, because we're not putting any money back into our rack. We're basically power pressing, so we're taking money out of our rack to press these. But now if you look, we've got pretty much every number hit at least once, except for the 9. If we can hit the 4 one more time, we will have hit it 3 times. We will then go to the next level. And there's a 7. So there's 28 rolls, and we haven't really gotten to the next level. So this is the next level. When the same number hits for the 3rd time, we then press. So we're going to try again. We're going to go with shooter 4 now. Let's go ahead and get a point. There's a 3. That's no help. There's a 7. That's no help. There's a 4. Okay, the puck moves to the 4. We're now on shooter number 4. Let's go ahead and set up. 64 across. There's an 8. We're going to power press that to 30. We're going to mark the 8 over here that we've hit at 1 time. There's a 9. We're going to power press that to 25. We're going to mark it over here that we've hit it 1 time. We're going to roll. There's the 6. We'll power press that to 30. Mark it on our tracker, shooter number 4. And there's the 8. Now, we've hit the 8 for the 2nd time. We're going to mark it 2nd time, and we're going to collect. We're just going to collect that. Okay? Now we're going to roll. We want to hit that 8 again. We want to hit that. We want to hit a number for the 3rd time. There's an 11. There's the 10. We're going to press that up to 25. We're going to mark it on our tracker. And we're going to roll. There's the 8. We've hit the 8 for the 3rd time. Okay? So now we've hit that for the 3rd time. We now press every number by 2 units. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. There we go. Okay? This is where it gets confusing, and you need to track, because now you've got different values on these numbers. Okay, so we're now at the next level. So we've hit for the third time. We've pressed 2 units across. So now we have $194 in bets across. We're still in shooter 4. Okay, we're still in shooter 4, but I believe we want to start over on our counts because we are now basically at that next level. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take these down, and we're going to start over with shooter 4. The point's still a 4. Let's go ahead and roll. There's a 12. This is where you start really winning. This is the aggressive part. Okay, there's an 8. So I'm going to mark the 8 as our first hit. And 42 plus 49 is 90. We want to power press this above 90. So let's go ahead and power press this to, I think it'd be 96. Let's power press it to 96. Okay, we're going to take those winnings, add a little bit more to our rack. Okay, that's the power press, and add it to the 8. So we're going to press this to 96. Let's go ahead and roll. There's an 11. No help. There's a 10. Okay, so let's mark the 10. We've hit it once, so we need to power press it. On the first hit, we power press. So there's 35 and there's 68. That's putting us at 100. That puts us at 104. We should press this to a 105. This is what I'm guessing. If it's not exactly right, it probably doesn't matter. We could probably leave it at 100, but let's add a little bit and press it to 105. Okay, let's go ahead and roll. There's an 11. There's the 10. That's our second hit. We're going to collect. Okay, and look at what we're collecting. We're collecting $200. This is where it really gets interesting. Okay, it took us a while to get to that second level where we finally hit a number for the third time, but now that we have, we're really starting to get some big numbers here. So we've hit the 8 one time, we've hit the 10 twice. If we hit that 10 again, we would press every number by 2 units and start over again, and look how much our values would be then. So let's go ahead and roll. There's the 9. That's our first hit now. So we're going to take the 50 plus the 35. That's 85. Let's go ahead and power press this up to, I'm going to guess 90. Okay. We had 35 on it, plus 50 is 85. And we add a little bit more from our rack to call it a power press. We're going to press it up to 90. And that's our first hit on the 9. Let's mark that. Let's go ahead and roll. Oh, shoot, there's a 7 out. So this is where you really want to start getting a hot shooter where you can start collecting some of this money. So once we're at that third level, I think we would need to start doing more collecting instead of waiting until the second number's hit. But that's okay. We're going to go to our 5th shooter. Let's go ahead and get a point. That 4th shooter rolled 18 times. But here again, being very aggressive, at finally that 7 hit, we finally lost most of our winnings and we went back in the red. Okay, so I might be missing something. There may be another step in here where we have to try to lock in some of those profits. But I did not see it on the video. We may have to adapt and put a variation in to lock in some of those winnings. But anyway, we're on shooter 5. The puck is on the 5. Let's set up 64 across and let's roll. And a quick 7 out. Okay. So that's 48 rolls. Our distribution is looking pretty normal and I'm down $80. At one point I was up. I was up pretty good. I should have done something to lock in some of those profits. Obviously, if you get a shooter that's going to roll, 40 times, I mean, we got to 17 rolls and we were up pretty good. I'd have to go back and look at the video and see how far up we were when shooter 4 was at roll 17. I'm going to play this a few more times and give it a try, but I'm going to post this. If this is a strategy that you have played, let me know if at any point do you lock in some of your profits. You know, do you regress back to your initial bet and lock in profits so that you don't have to kind of track this? But I had to find a way to track when did I hit a number for the second time versus when I hit it for the third time, especially after I'm into the second layer, the second level. So anyway, we're going to leave it there for today. I'm going to try and play this a few more times, but yes, please give me some feedback. If you've played this, how did you lock in some of your profits? So that'll be our video for today. I hope everyone's having a great day. And as always, thanks for watching.
Hey guys, if you made it this far, please check out these other craps related channels.